Hello, Sacred Souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is a mother wound and womb healing. And I was guided to various different things that also showed me how that's connected. Because we come from our mother's womb, but also if we're females or anyone who has a vagina, we also have our own womb, which is actually also a chakra for creation. So I just came across a video today. I'm going to put the link below. I don't remember who made the video, but it's on YouTube. So I'm going to link it below. And in there, it talked about how the womb chakra is often not talked about, but it is a very important chakra that needs to be healed as part of the ascension, as part of our overall healing, and that's our center for creation. Now, I'm assuming about men or anyone with a male body part, with a penis, you also have a center of creation because, again, like the seeds create life, right? It just works in a different way. So I don't know exactly how all the details would work energetically and like through the spiritual world, or in the spiritual world, but I'm assuming it's actually relatively similar. It's just there's probably a slightly different approach, I'm guessing. Like if anybody requested a healing for that, I could look into it more. But I know there are like men's circles and men healing circles and whatever that would probably have more detailed information. And I'm sorry, I'm speaking from a female perspective. But either way, in that video, that woman also mentioned that for men, they can also, and anyone who doesn't have a vagina, you can also do some of that womb healing by connecting to your mother, because we all came from her womb, right? So that's part of it as well. But yeah, everyone has a center of creation. And from what I realize now, it's not necessarily connected to our second chakra, right? So that's actually something that I hadn't fully considered before. I had heard about womb healing before, and I've done a womb healing before, but I hadn't looked at it as a chakra, right? So, but I guess it is an energy center, and in a male-dominant world where toxic masculinity ruled for millennia, a lot of that did get either suppressed or distorted or controlled. So like a lot of healing needs to take place there, right? Anyway, so last night I had a few dreams, and the one that was definitely a big reason for triggering this ceremony is that in the dream, my mother reached down into my pants with her hand. Now, just to clarify, she never did that in real life. She was never sexually abusive in any way, shape, or form, but emotionally, yes. And there was definitely enmeshment, and like emotional enmeshment. And she treated me emotionally like her substitute husband, right? So on an energetic and spiritual level, I hadn't realized until now that there were some sexual implications. I had been guided before that there was some kind of sexual abuse healing that needed to take place on my maternal lineage. But I didn't really know any details except that something must have happened that my birth grandfather might have done to her, or that was passed down from him somehow. But yeah, like I had never fully really put all the pieces together like this here now. So that's why I'm doing this. So that's why like there's a connect. And another dream I had last night too was that the whole rear window of my car was missing, was gone. Like the car was wide open and exposed. And I realized right away that that meant that there is still a window to the past that is open and still keeps me vulnerable and exposed. Right? So that needs to be closed, which is what the ceremony is for. I don't think I need a mechanic for this, but figuratively speaking, yeah, we're gonna have to like close that window, right? So a few more things came to me. I'm gonna start over here, although this is not in the order in which it came to me, but it doesn't matter. I'll just talk you through everything. So since I was guided before that I may have to like close a portal and cut cords again, I am doing it in this ceremony. And salt was shown to me as well. So I actually chose the Himalayan pink salt and heavenly spices, it says, right? So the company is also kind of cool because it's like the support of the heaven. Pink, I was thinking, is very appropriate for a female healing here, or the healing of female energies and toxic femininity. The salt clearly for protection, right? And Himalayan makes me think of Tibetan and Buddhism, like Tibetan culture and spirituality and Buddhism, and then like therefore Buddha, right? So that's quite important because actually Buddha came to me in one of the ceremonies and offered his help, and I hadn't worked with him before, but I felt right away that, yeah, that was a good choice, and it worked out really well. Like, it was a great ceremony. That was, I don't know, a few weeks or months ago. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, then I filled up some yellow paint in a glass bottle, which I usually do when I smash the dark stuff and release it and banish it. And the yellow I usually choose for jealousy, because my mother had, like, her love was very toxic and jealous as well. Especially, like, once I cut her off and I turned away from her in my own healing, she wished nothing but evil on me. But I think part of the jealousy was also that she never managed to free herself from her mother or stand up to her. So, like, there's definitely a lot going on there. But when I filled it up, I realized it actually started to look like a sun with the rays. Well, I didn't have the lid on, so like it didn't look green at the top, but like, see, kind of, if you picture the sun here, and then it's like all the rays going in all the different direction in a circle, right? So for this ceremony, this shall actually represent happiness, positivity, and sunshine. And very suitably, it's also in a bottle from the company Grace, which is like divine grace, right? Or grace is a part of the divine path. And tropical rhythms, I equate Caribbean culture with fun, dance, music, relaxing, obviously sunshine, the beach, right? So like a happy, fun time, a happy, fun life. I realize that when people live there, they also have their daily issues, but still, like, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting there, right? Then here, also very suitably, I have some relish that I filled up into this bottle because I needed the original bottle for something else. And this is actually a bottle of the cough syrup that works really well for me. And when I get my asthma triggered, sometimes it's wheezing, sometimes it's coughing. And like when I get a cold or something, it's like bronchitis, but it's actually bronchial asthma. And it took me several decades before I fully realized that I usually get that when someone is sending me a lot of evil controlling energies. And I usually use the relish for emotional vomit. So like in my case, my mother's, but also like for any of you, for anyone in your life who is very toxic and controlling, narcissistic, and so on, that is a parent figure. No, actually, sorry, that does go more for the mother. I lost track here for a second of what kind of ceremony I'm doing. Sorry. Just forget the last 2-3 sentences. So for any and all of our toxic mothers that have been projecting a lot of their toxicity onto us and have caused in some of us empaths at least illness, that's represented by this. And I'm actually going to pour that out and then flush it down the toilet after the ceremony. Now, the little paint bottle, like it came in a little plastic bottle, and I filled it into this one. It had somehow collected at the top and dried to the rim, and the way it came off was like a circle that's broken. And right away I realized this is like a vicious evil cycle that has been broken. So the cycle of jealousy between mothers and daughters has been broken, right? Or now we're in the process of breaking it with the ceremony, but it will be successful. Then this is a bean that I kept aside. A few weeks ago I made a stew and all the other beans cooked perfectly. This one was still hard and dry as before the cooking. So I take that as a symbol for infertility, right? Like this one is just not, like there's no life in it really. So to restore life and balance and fertility, I shall use that, or this shall be used for it. Then the white candle actually had a dark speck in it, I noticed after a bit. And I feel it looks like a seed that is growing. So it's like sprouting, similar to the apple seed yesterday. And I feel that's the dark seed that is planted in our light body. And I'm going to pull that out with the wooden knife that also guided me on this path of like, yeah, we still need to disconnect. Then I'm actually using a dark banishing candle here for banishing all that toxic feminine stuff. And I'm using the skull jar for that, to basically get rid of all that toxic thinking, because the toxic thinking is what is reflected in the emotions and the actions of those narcissistic mothers. Or it could be like maybe a stepmother or foster mother as well in some of your cases, right? Or a mother figure. But yeah, so it's like we're banishing all of that toxicity through that. And also earlier, one of the white feathers that I had collected fell down. And look at how beaten up and ruffled this feather is. It looks like it's been through a lot, right? So I feel like this represents us having been through a lot. And we're still in the process of healing from it, but we're pretty much like through the worst for sure. Okay, and then I'm asking for divine intervention, justice, and protection. And I have a stick for breaking any and all possible curses that might be attached. And we're going to do a portal closing again. Oh, and I was actually just thinking, there might also be any other implants and so on. So if I do forget it later, then please think it in the second part after I call in the spirit guides, that any and all astral implants and AI and whatever else could be placed in our energy field, especially to control us, that it shall also be removed, okay? So anyhow, I think that's it. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I just want to make sure that, you know, you're fully aware of everything as much as I can tell you beforehand, because sometimes the spirit guides suddenly like tell me something when I'm in the ceremony. Like yesterday, there was some stuff that I didn't really expect, and well, it happens. But most of the times, like, I get a lot of stuff beforehand, so it's usually well prepared beforehand, and maybe one or two things might pop up. Anyway, let's smudge. Actually, you know what? Like this is actually easier. Like that. Please cleanse and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational. Any and all black magic, evil, witchcraft, spells, curses, hexes, parasites, and AI, and any implants, any astral implants. And flood us with massive amounts of healing light, unconditional love, blessings, and protections from the divine, and send us in abundance in all areas of our lives. And so it is. All my relations. All right, let's get properly started. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, and dear Mother Earth, and Great Spirit of the fire, as well as the other elements, air, earth, and water. Please join this ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, banishings, and protections with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us and keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. Thank you, Miigwech. Dankeschön, all my relations. Okay. Okay. We're asking for a womb healing and mother wound healing in combination. So, like, the main purpose is that we heal our womb chakra. And by healing our womb chakra, our mother's womb chakra shall also be healed. And actually, that whole lineage, that whole maternal lineage, where things were passed down from mother to daughter and from her to her daughter and so on. So all the women in the maternal lineage, all the way going back to our most ancient ancestors that, you know, lived in caves, and going into the future to our most distant descendants, throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime, shall now and forever be healed from any and all toxicity, toxic male control, toxic female control. What just popped into my head as well was female circumcision in some African countries and tribes. That is the ultimate abuse, in my opinion. Then any and all other abuse, sexual abuse, and otherwise that any form of abuse that can be stored in the womb, any astral implants, astral parasites, astral entities, any cords, connections, bonds, etc. We're going to cut that also in a moment, but all of that, all of portals and gateways, all of that shall be fully and completely cut, removed, and healed. And our wombs shall be fully renewed and balance restored, the health restored, fertility restored, And any and all vicious cycles, especially jealousy between mothers and daughters, but any and all other negative emotions shall now and forever be broken. And so it is, all my relations. Okay, so as a part of that, let's do the cord cutting. Let any and all cords, toxic cords, bonds, soul bindings, vows, soul contracts, shackles, chains, leashes, and any and all karmic debts, karmic bonds, karmic contracts, karmic connections, and any and all other toxic, abusive, and otherwise unhealthy connections between us and our mothers and our female ancestors now and forever be cut, severed, and finished. And that cut well, and there was quite a few of them. Now and forever, and again, throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime. And so it is, all my relations. And also any and all portals and gateways that have allowed the dark access to control. Oh, and what popped into my mind here too, to control and allow any kind of harvesting of sexual energy, sexual organs, creative energies, DNA, and anything else that could be harvested and accessed with or without our conscious consent, but through implied consent, through trickery, through anything that is a societal norm but is invasive, that allows them access. And I'll talk about that in a moment, but I want to finish this stuff first. All of these portals and gateways shall now and forever be closed and removed from us, our energy field, our body, mind, spirit, soul energy field, and our karmic records. Yeah, I was thinking that's not a field, that's karmic records. And any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime and moving forward. And so it is, all my relations. We ask for divine intervention, justice, and protection from any and all influences of the dark to have any access to us in the future. They shall be stopped and prevented and blocked, access denied. And we ask for divine justice, that the dark shall be punished for their actions in whatever way the divine sees appropriate. And we ask for instant karma to be sent to all those humans that have consciously drained us of our sexual energies, our creative energies, of our heart energy that is connected through that, and that have basically tried to siphon and drain us, siphon anything from us that they could use for their advantage, for their own ascension, for their own healing, that try to drain our light, siphon our light, and so on. So anyone who has tried to take anything from us without our conscious knowing consent shall now and forever receive their karma for these actions. And so it is. All my relations. And this stick, I'm just going to break that quickly. Any and all black magic, evil witchcraft, spells, curses, hexes, parasites, any black magic. Sorry, now I forget. I usually sort of have my little spiel, but for some reason, trying to break the stick at the same time and filming throws me a little bit off. Any and all dark magic, evil witchcraft, dark sorcery, spells, curses, and hexes and any haunting spirits and entities that they sent our way, and anything else placed in our energy field through magic shall now and forever be broken and removed, neutralized and removed, and cast back into the light for healing to be bound, neutralized, and sealed into the light for all eternity and until fully healed. And so it is. All my relations. Oh, yeah. That's it. Okay, let me fully remove the cords. This one is still attached to the cords, but let's remove them from the dark as well. And any and all toxic feminine thoughts and connected behaviors and emotions shall now and forever be banished and healed. And any and all emotional vomit, as I like to call it, shall be removed from us and our energy field. Oh, I actually can't shake it out easily. Okay, I think I may have to smash this bottle at a more industrial site. All right, I'm going to smash that bottle in the next few days. So bear with me. It depends on when I'm able to go there, but it will be finished. So you may not feel the full effects of all this healing until that is smashed. This one has a different purpose now, but I will use it for a double purpose to release the dark stuff as well. Okay, anyway, I think we're good here. So thank you so much. Oh, no, we're not done. Ha, ha, ha. I didn't fish out the dark seed yet. And here we go. See, look at that. Wait, the camera's not focusing right. Okay, I think you can sort of see that little thingamajiggy that looks like growth. Okay, I'll put that here. All right, now we're done. Ha. Okay, all right. Thank you. Dankeschön. Please let the ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And I also want to thank you for watching this video and for working on your own healing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you lots of love and light, many blessings. May you have lots of abundance in your life, and be well until next time. Thank you. Bye.